Our nation as we know it has fallen under attack. The enemy is heroin and opiates. The epidemic has spread rapidly and relentlessly, growing bigger and bigger with each area it hits. Prescription drugs are severely underrated, and not many people know how drastic the consequences really are for abusing these meds. According to Wake Up Carolina, an awareness group out of South Carolina, 41% of teens view prescription drugs as much safer than heroin, cocaine, meth, and marijuana. It is as simple as reaching into a parent's medicine cabinet and grabbing a capsule or tablet to begin the long, hard road of addiction. According to DEA agent Jason Sandoval, 38% of teens admit to abusing prescription drugs for which they are not prescribed from their parents' medicine cabinet. Many people can pinpoint when and how their addiction started. Many say that it is like being possessed by a demon. Others say they do the drugs to stay well because of how sick it makes them when they aren't strung out. The real dilemma is the lack of education that parents and children have about discarding unused prescription drugs, overprescribing drugs, and ignoring the prescribed dosage and direction of taking medicine. A lot of the time, the beginning of the story of addiction begins with an injury or illness. Because of how severe the pain is, people will take more medicine than prescribed. This eventually leads to a chemical imbalance in the brain, which triggers the addiction. An addiction is not something that just goes away. What can we do as survivors, witnesses, and loving friends and family members of these events that can prevent this epidemic from spreading? Parents are beginning to step forward instead of hiding in embarrassment. The victims of heroin is not faceless. He's a son and a brother, a grandson. How can we prevent our friends, our siblings, and our loved ones to stay safe from this monster that is taking over? The most effective way to prevent misuse and abuse of prescription drugs is to dispose of them once they are no longer needed for their prescribed purpose. There is an event called National Take Back Day that occurs every 6 months. This is a day for police and volunteers to be posted next to bins where people can safely discard their unused pills without fearing that a drug dealer can sell them or a child can steal them from their cabinet.